Hello, everyone. Take two. How's life going? We're gonna fix this in post. It's fine. I'm just gonna clip it and fix it in post. Hi, everyone. I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. It's a Saturday. That means it's Mechton, but it's earlier in the day, so that means it's time for some Starblade Battalion seeds. And I'm here with all of my friends to just help facilitate all of their fun and possibly emotionally scar some of my players. So, but there's a thing that I'll explain that'll come later. But we're going to start with introductions, and we're going to start with on my bottom left on the overlay. No, right. I can do sides. Is Pope. Hey, Pope. How are you? How are you feeling? And are you ready for tonight?
Ready, one can never be ready. As for feeling, I am excited. I have a definite sense of dread, impending doom. But no, I am most definitely excited to be here as we continue on towards Charybdis, a planet that has a earned reputation and where a number of people should be of various import and danger. So yeah, no, I am super stoked to see what trouble we get into, and I'm going to challenge chat to give us the spread on chance of violence for today's episode.
The spread? I mean, I
Yeah,
can give you the official numbers, the over under, if you want it.
sure. Let's go with I am all about this sort of gambling here.
Cool. The over under is 3 to 7.
Not my favorite odds, but okay.
Speaking of odds, directly above Pope, we have someone who's played the odds a few times in various ways and manners. At least her character has. Hello, PB. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. Hello, I'm PB. I play Calix call sign Leo Mitzley, and we both use she/her pronouns. And I am excited, almost as excited as I am scared.
Well, why would you be scared?
You know, people have only just tried to kill me a couple of times on like the ship I like live on. And now I'm going into like unfamiliar territory. It's not that unfamiliar, but like I haven't been there in several years. You know, maybe I made someone else mad that I forgot about or I don't care about. And they also want to kill me. You know, like that's always on the table for Leo. Didn't make a ton of friends in her previous lines of work. Except the one on this planet. But you know.
Yep, you do have a friend on this planet. You do indeed.
So I'm looking forward to playing with that, but I'm still scared.
Um, so here is the fun things. There are reasons that there are many, many fun things, but I'm going to hold on to that because I feel like it should share, and we shouldn't let the limelight be missing from our last player who's here today. Hey, Lynn, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very happy to see what fresh hell this planet brings us. Yeah, I'm Lynn, and I'm playing Vantage Lightning Moraine. We both use she/her, and you know what? She's optimistic. She's gonna this trip get to know where her boyfriend came from, the life that he lived. I'm gonna see it that way. Better understanding, stronger relationship, hopefully.
Your boyfriend isn't
Cultural
from
exchange.
your boyfriend isn't from this planet.
Well, the lifestyle.
I mean, it'd be very
See.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, but look, Crit has just given you your first anime look of the game, and that's going to be really good because this is where I get to tell you the fun things that happened if you were on stream with me on Tuesday as I was playing through some Jedi Fallen Order and falling with style, as we say in this game, in this channel. Some people decided that I, as a GM, was lacking in fun things.
What?
So they decided to give me luck points.
How many luck points? How many?
Oh.
Now, I don't feel it's fair to only use them on you guys, so I will keep half of them for my Witcher stream tomorrow, but I just felt like I got given gifts, and I should use them. They're, like, I have my counter right here. Little counter, little sheet.
I don't think 3 to 7 was the odds.
1 to 1.
Oh, looking 3 out of 4.
I would like to repeat my statement of being scared.
I just feel like that was a very kind gift that I was given, and, you know, that people were nice. You guys, however, are always nice and always friendly, so, I mean, it's a great time, right? It's a great time.
Dear friends of the internet, I believe kindness is the name of Praxis shotgun.
No. That's not kindness. That's to whom it may concern.
Not as per my last email.
No, as per my last email is the is a certain sniper rifle that lives in the in various places in the house. Look, full disclosure, my grandfather was an OSS officer during the CIC, not OSS, but CIC during World War II. He brought some fun things back with him. Look, it was fine. Everything was fine. I mean, you guys are fine. You are on a nice transport ship on a steady approach to the port of Charybdis, which is a planet in the middle of the Pleiades, the Rocinante system, a little bit further out. Not quite the outer rim, but definitely not near any of what would have been termed, you know, civilized planets. Ranchers, smugglers, pirates, chop shops. Charybdis is a unique city and planet. You have a small transport vessel, just about big enough for you and the 4 mechs. It's not really comfortable. It's not like this is a, you know, long-term transport vessel. This is would have been termed a drop ship in a previous life. Y'all are a bit cozy, but you do have your mechs. Now I have a question for you. Do you land your vessel with your mechs on it, or do you leave the mechs in space?
Given the hostilities that could easily break out, I would say we'd leave them in the dropship. I know there is a temptation for safety's sake to leave them in a dark space at a Lagrange point between here and planet, but I've got a general itch that's saying we're going to probably need to have them closer at hand.
Okay.
Your pilot Charming young lady, redhead, bright curly hair, smiles a lot, really upbeat and chipper, almost. Answers to the name of Delaney. Uh, she's your. She promises that she will be staying on the ship for you.
Good.
Right.
Delaney is going to be supplied with a shotgun.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I really appreciate that so much. It's such a great thing for it. Now I do have the shotgun, and I also have a couple other toys. My uncle made sure that we was safe and all cared for.
Good. Welcome to Charybdis.
I know
I
I've
hope
been
you
here
like
before.
shooting varmints. Then you're most assured to be shooting varmints from here on out.
I mean, are we talking the two-legged kind or the six-legged kind? Both
Yes.
I have practice in, but just want to know which ones you want me to target.
Yes.
All right.
If the six-legged kind gets on the ship, that means that they have a fondness for eating power cables. I would like to get off this planet.
No, that's just specious. They're so nice and cuddly. You could keep them as pet, I've had them a couple times. It's great fun.
I do not want to hear the holy terror of Socket finding one of those things on the ship, especially when they're eating a cable. I do not want that for any of us, ever.
I mean, I'm sure she'd get along perfectly fine. I'm sure she'd love it. It'd be great. You just got to keep them well fed and targeted, and you just make sure that you point them at your enemy, and they're great fun. They kept so many things out of my workplace, and sometimes it's just great.
Anyway, we should probably go and meet the queen.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
You want us to bring you anything back?
Oh, if you come across it, they have some really great bourbon that they make here. It's real nice. I'm going to get it to my uncle. Nice present for him. He'll really enjoy it.
We get the chance.
Y'all have a good time now.
We'll try.
Definitely make sure that you are armed and armored.
I'm fine.
I was talking to the rest.
Oh, okay. So, are you all going out armed and armored?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is flak suit and bring the helmet time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing the helmet. Good to know.
Yeah, I don't like getting shot in the head. They like to shoot people in the head here.
I mean, that's not wrong. That's not wrong, I guess.
So, if you have a helmet, bring a helmet.
You know what? Flight suit, helmet, on side, just jacket. Jacket is what she's going with.
Yeah, no, I have switched to the full flak armor and the actual helmet. So
It's like, no, yeah. Leo's keeping the same trend of wearing all her armor always. Keeping that energy.
I don't remember that energy. I remember other energy. I don't remember the fully armored at all times energy.
Remember
post-season 1. Post-season 1 energy.
Leo has only two tendencies: armor or naked. This is armored.
Exactly.
That is fair. That is fair. You have landed in this spaceport. Delaney is staying on the ship. She will be your point of contact. If you need anything, she can get remote start all of your mechs for you. If you have reasons for it. Rex is currently a follow NPC.
Okay.
If something happens, I will tell you the same thing I tell all of my game players at all times. Rex is a tool you may utilize. I have his sheet. I will, if you wish to have him engage in any sort of combat, you're more than welcome to. My one rule is I never kill player characters when they're not present. That doesn't mean they can't be involved. Like, even if he gets targeted, he's not going to end up dead if he's not.
This is the safest Rex will ever be.
Pretty much, yes, actually.
Ooh.
Enjoy this, Rex. You will maybe not die this.
We miss you, Eddie. Take care,
Yes.
friend.
Yeah.
But it's warm when you land, a little dusty in the air.
Mhm.
There's that small level of smog and dust that you get from a planet that doesn't have perfect air scrubbers. They're running, they're there. You see trees, you see a pretty stable environment. It's actually kind of pleasant. But at the same time, if you've ever been to, like, West Texas in June,
Oh.
well, it's a dry heat. There's green, and there's smell. You can place. It's the strange mix of smell of the normal things you get in a spaceport of mortal oil and Chutu and blends of various mechanical needs and the underlying never ever present scent of cow manure that will never go away. You can't see them. You don't know where they are, but y'all can smell them. And standing right at this bottom of this ramp as you come down, the classic kind of drop ship, so you have a ramp from the crew quarters so you don't have to open your full cargo hatch and have everybody and his brother poking around in the innards of your cargo hatch in your mechs. This ramp comes down off of one of the side doors. There is a figure standing, waiting. Female, dark-skinned, wearing tight black leggings and crop top kind of one shoulder athletic shirt. The other shoulder is bare, and you can see the cyber arm comes in at her shoulder. She's standing there, kind of staring at you, waiting.
This Melanie.
No, this is not Melanie. This
Okay.
is definitely not Melanie. She's kind of propped a hip against one side of the... the stands. Isn't Melanie in your chat? Hold please while I... No, Melanie, Melanie, it's not Melanie. You have
Okay.
Melanie
Definitely
in your
not.
documents.
No.
Okay. We don't know
Yeah,
this one
Melanie
yet.
is on
No.
number 32 on your slides.
Okay.
Melanie would not walk out for us.
Nope.
I wasn't expecting. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
So I guess you're a welcoming committee.
She kind of scans you and then continues to scan on. And takes a second to kind of look at Leo.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, she hasn't answered, but all of you can make me an awareness notice moment.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's see. Okay.
19.
20.
16.
All three of you can see the subtle glint that she has a really expensive cyber eye, because it's got that facade of looking like a normal eye, but you can see the just minor hints of electronics underneath it, as if she's scanning each and every one of you.
Mm-hmm.
But you also see that kind of subtle shift in her eye movements, that it's like she has a Chiron system in that eye. So she's in active communication with someone at the moment.
Expected.
And we don't recognize this person?
No, none of you would recognize her. She smiles very politely, holds a finger up to each when Watcher says you're the welcoming committee. She holds a finger up, and you see that you can get that glint of where she's obviously continuing a conversation through and she smiles. So you're all friends from a little ship, right? You have appointments kept, I believe, with a friend.
We're here to see a few people, yes.
Well, some folks say they shall meet you at the bar, as long as you abide by the rules. No shooting first. No stabbing first. And if you spill blood on the floor, you're going to clean it up yourself.
See, news travels slow here.
Oh, in what way?
Last time I was in the bar, an orbital strike happened.
Yeah, but that didn't violate the rules of our bar, which are you don't shoot first, you don't stab first, and you clean up the blood off the floor. I'm going to assume there was no blood on the floor after y'all was done with an orbital strike. And if you try that here, I'm authorized to tell you that Seamus has decreed that your body will be not pleasantly treated. But, come on. Oh, I guess I should make introductions. My name's Letizia Crowder.
Nice to meet you, Ms. Crowder.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. You are...
Watcher. I'll let the others introduce themselves.
I am Calix, call sign Leo.
She kind of turns to glance at Vantage.
Vantage Marine, call sign Lightning.
Well then, welcome to Charybdis. Y'all can make your way this way. And she kind of nods her head for you to follow. Charybdis is this odd... The town is... And the spaceport is this kind of odd mix of close to where ships would land and even, you know, transports or shuttles would land. There's a large number of very obviously industrial looking buildings, very obviously designed for you know, have you ever driven through Newark?
Can't say I have.
Okay, so there's this section of Jersey that's basically just shops, junkyards, and steel recycling.
Bithlow.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Every place has one. For here in Central Florida, it's Bithlow.
Okay, there we go. I mean, interesting point of fact, Jersey's biggest industry right now is scrap. Yes, your big... And so that's closer to the spaceport, but as you get kind of more spread out. There is a thriving town here. You do see, you know, a couple, but you're walking, which is interesting. And as you're walking, you're on these raised kind of platforms that are occasionally anchored to buildings, but some of them are just kind of floating, as in like hover platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Why waste money on a drawbridge when you can just move a platform out of the way and you have the traffic flow that you need? Or you just move the platform to where you need it. It's very... You see a lot of these moving around. You see some of the buildings are... If you've ever been to Vegas, it's not that. There's none of those bright neons that are enticing you into a casino. But you have a number of these buildings that kind of begin to fade off and then turn into a more wider array. And here you have the rise of casinos and bars and various brothels and entertainments. 42nd Street before Disney came. The Peep Show girls are still in business on Charybdis, making bank every night. You see a bunch of people who definitely give the impression that they possibly are under the influence of some sort of mind-altering substance. But, they're actual... There you go. The Titsy Crowder is in your document. And she doesn't make small talk, really. She just kind of leads you down this main thoroughfare, and it's going to take a while. Like, almost half an hour from the spaceport to the bar she ends up going. It might have been faster to take a car, but she doesn't. And she leads you into this bar, and it's not a dive bar, but it's not a club. We would call it, you know, a local place, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bartender will know your name and your drink and be able to read your face as you walk in to know whether or not you're in the mood for conversation or you're going to just be sitting and drinking. A place where someone who's not a regular is going to stand out in a second. She leads you through the front door. There's music playing, but it's soft. It's that kind of level of music where it's just enough to be background and white noise, but not enough that but if you actually wanted to pay attention to what was actually playing, you'd have to take a second and stop and try and actively listen. There's people who are smoking tobacco, not various other substances, around. There's the crunch of peanuts actually on the floor, which is again strange in this very, very modern, area, that there's still peanut shells on the floor. You take a second and you would realize this is the first time you haven't smelled manure since you landed on the planet. She will lead you up the stairs. There's like a main bar that runs along the one wall, mirrored. 2 androids behind the bar, acting as bartenders. And then you go up the stairs. There's a big sweeping staircase that kind of goes off from the other side and turns around to a balcony. And in the center of the balcony, in a kind of circular pit overlooking the whole space, Melanie is leaning back, black tank top, pants. She's got a red leather jacket with synth interweaves going through it, kind of draped artfully next to her. She's got a cigarette in one hand and a drink next to her, and she smiles and gestures to the four of you to have a seat, and then looks at Letizia and just waves her away. There is no one else present on the balcony. There are a couple patrons in the bottom of the bar, but there is no one else actively present on the balcony.
This place smells better than I last remember it.
We had an improvement in clientele. It's nice to see you again, Leo.
It's been a while.
It has indeed. And you bring some interesting friends. Hello, Watcher.
Oh, Your Majesty.
Oh, I don't have that title yet. Well, I might soon. Seamus is thinking about whether he's going to be emperor or king. It'll be very entertaining when he makes that decision. Who are your new friends?
Oh, that's right, Rex is here. This one over there, that's Rex. They're pretty boy.
He is
Vantage.
a very pretty boy. Hello, Vantage. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Melanie. Can I get you something to drink?
Hi. We'll take a whiskey.
She pans to the other three. We're assuming Rex is going to order a drink. He's in follow NPC mood. He's just there.
Yeah. I think Vantage is going to kind of follow the lead of the other two. She has really no idea what she's doing in this place, so she'll order the same thing as Calix. One of those two.
Given what happened last time and the information that was delivered by your welcoming committee, I will abstain.
I'm sure we can find you something, Watcher, but if that's your choice. Marvin, make sure we have 3 glasses. 4, actually. Watcher might actually want it when he sees what I crack this bottle of. But why, oh why, do you come and visit me?
There are a number of individuals we are looking for, and the last heading is here. Also, something most likely developed here has gotten loose aboard a vessel. We need the solution to the problem it presents.
2 very, very different questions. Thank you, Marvin. One of the 2 androids from downstairs has come up to stand next to you and place a very nice silver high-rimmed drinks tray with a crystal decanter, cut crystal decanter, square. 4 glasses on the rocks, glasses again, cut crystal. Sets it very kindly on the table. Could you roll me awareness notice, please?
$19.
15.
Lost it again. Oh, I'm looking for it. There it is. 16.
But you still have to roll that d10 negative because it doesn't roll the negative for you.
Oh wow, it's so hard to see the red and dark mode. Alright, let's see. I
Yeah, I just stopped it.
have to go back to light
So
mode.
an
8.
8.
Oh.
Feels bad.
So I'm gonna let Lightning and Leo decide why they don't notice. But Watcher, you do notice that as the android sets the drinks tray down, there's none of the sound you would associate with an android who has that much obvious mechanics. There's not even that low-level hum that you get from, like, an entire bank of servers. It's just silent. It also smiles at you in that very... Y'all remember, Will Smith's attempt at doing
Yes,
Asimov.
iRobot.
iRobot,
Yeah.
which is...
Mm-hmm.
I have feelings about that movie. And that kind of very pale plastic blankness of all of the robots, and that picture that aesthetic, but with racing stripes and car decals that you would see in a...
So NASCAR meets iRobot.
Oh, like someone put stickers all over an iPhone.
Yeah, but not all of them are NASCAR stickers. Some of them are actually kind of funky. But yeah, pretty much NASCAR meets iRobot.
Okay.
Welcome to Charybdis. I think that might be the scariest thing I've ever said. NASCAR meets iRobot.
Honestly, wasn't expecting that when I woke up this morning, but like here we are. I think that while Leo is very accustomed to being in situations with other people like this, especially high stakes sort of situations, Leo still doesn't like them. Not so much because like nerves or anything like that, but mostly just like she's never been good at interacting with people, and especially when you're talking to people of a higher caliber, does she just like really trip over her words a lot. So she is too busy thinking about how not to say the wrong thing that she's not really paying attention to whoever is coming and dropping off drinks. They're not even like someone she's really recognized came and went.
I think Vantage is like necessarily not her attention's not on the road, but she's looking at either between Galix and Rex about like she's like kind of like making like eyes and like kind of like silently saying to like, do I drink this? Like, what do I do? What like it? Watch for that.
So I see that your help's interesting.
Oh, don't you like him? Marvin, this is Watcher. He's a friend.
Hello, Marvin.
Marvin cocks its head at you. Hello. Your facial and vocal imprints are now in records. Thank you for greetings. Y'all have a good day, Marvin. We'll see you later. The android turns around and walks away.
Personal project or one of Seamus's?
Oh no, that's one of Seamus's rejects. You should see the real thing. It's great. I personally cannot wait for its grand unveiling. He has such plans. Marvin does okay with drinks, though. Y'all should appreciate this. and she will lean forward. Still hasn't put the cigarette out yet. It's sitting in her fingers. She leans forward with her left hand that has the cigarette in it, picks the lid off the stopper out of the decanter, and pours slightly more than a finger and a half, close to 2 fingers, but not quite, in each of the decanters. Reaches over, and you see there's another small table next to her, and she just after she puts the decanter back down, she picks up the silver tongs that are next to her, and she just drops what look like granite rocks in each of your drinks. Y'all help yourselves now. And she picks one up for herself.
Is that a familiar tradition?
What?
The dropping the granite rock into our drinks?
You know that she usually drinks whiskey on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time you were here, this is definitely a step up from when you were here last.
Just a little bit.
So
Leah will reach over and pick up a glass and swirl it a little bit, and she'll say, "Well, this puts on the rocks to a new meaning."
I don't want to water your whiskey, darling. That'd be such a shame.
And she'll bring it up and hit the faceplate on that helmet, and take a healthy drink of it.
It is. Are you sipping or swallowing? Sipping or shooting, I should say.
Like a halfway. Like not. I don't take like a small sip of it. I do take just a healthy swig of it, but I don't shoot the whole thing.
It is very fine bourbon. We're talking Maker's Mark small batch bourbon.
And after I take that drink, I'll look at it with a new appreciation as I pull away and I savor it on my palate.
It is very nice. What about the rest of you?
Just more taking everything in.
Manager's gonna look at Watcher. She's gonna hold up things like it's okay, or no, do.
So, Your Majesty, I see a number of things have changed, but I have a sneaking suspicion the order of business has not.
Business pays so well, why would I want it to change?
Well, we have told you our reasons for being here. I guess the next step is to offer our first bid, as it were, for your assistance. Intelligence on members of an EarthGov intelligence and military operations organization. Players within spheres outside of Earth's sphere.
All right. What are you looking for? that's what you're offering.
Again, we have a particularly nasty piece of work loose on a ship that was most likely developed with software from here.
That does seem to be a smart problem for you.
So, being able to get source code that is likely from here, as well as possibly a proprietary antiviral agent from you and yours to clean that up. And then possibly, if the information you find is exceptionally good, aid in finding 2 individuals that may have passed through your kind gates here in Charybdis.
Well, you are asking for a lot, Watcher. For mere information.
The information's good.
So I have a question. Just a little GM point here. Hey, Lightning?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any reaction when Watcher says what about the information at all?
Yeah, I'll let the.
Oh, good, because I was going to ask you to roll cool for me.
Yeah. I was gonna let the She's still a little bit she's a little bit concerned enough that if this had been a where there it's cool. Okay, just a straight cool roll.
Just a straight cool roll, because this is cool is your ability to operate under pressure, but you don't have a specific issue at the moment. Well, you do have a specific issue, but you're just trying to maintain your cool.
Yeah. Where's the button on this thing? Okay. Is there a button for just straight
I don't think
cool?
so.
I don't think
You
so. Just what
have
you're
to
gonna have to
roll
do.
manual.
It's like a cool save, so you're gonna have to roll a d10 and then.
Oh, okay. We'll figure, and then just add to it.
Yeah.
The cool. Okay.
Well, no, don't add your cool. Do it like a save, which in this system is you roll a d10 and just roll and hope you roll under whatever your score
under
is.
the cool. Okay. Okay. 2.
And what is your score? Sorry, Chrome just crashed, so
Oh.
I'm fixing things in the back end, y'all. My bad.
No.
So 2 under 8.
2 under 8? Alright. So you managed to keep your facial expression under control.
Mm-hmm.
She scans the lot of you. Now, I think that might be a fine idea. I like information. Seamus likes it more. You're offering up some very tasty temptation, Watcher. And she shifts her eyes to Leo. What's your reaction in all of this, Leo?
Nothing. To be completely honest with you, she doesn't care really one way or another about the situation, except the fact about, fixing the ship. Obviously, that's a priority of hers, but I like the information stuff. Like, I mean, that sucks, I'm sorry to hear about, your family sucking. But Leo's empathy is like a 2, so like Leo doesn't really care. Even with the information, if we were to give the other information, doesn't really care.
Good to know.
She's just here for the job.
She's
And for like the delicacies of Charybdis.
There's some nice delicacies. You will have noticed, by the way, that she is smoking a cigarette that's never burned down at all. It's smoking. It's like vape.
Is she vaping?
A vape.
I was gonna say, is she vaping right now?
She's vaping, but it looks like a cigarette. And it smells like actual tobacco. So welcome to the modern of electronics.
Modern electronics
Still
can't get
vaping.
rid of it. Yep, can't get rid of the cigarette yet. Man, they have really helped really strong over these years.
I am not going to say about why some people think that's true, aside from the addiction of nicotine. There's a whole other option. She will turn to you. So y'all want some assistance in a small problem you have to purchase some protections against that kind of small problem and information.
Yes.
Well then. Lay your cards on the table, sir. A call.
Takes out a day pad with pretty much some of the malicious code. Puts that down. So there's the problems off to one side. And then, yeah, a datapad listing Vantage's mother, father, their corporate holdings, last known locations, movements, time that they came into the system, time that they joined different corporations, all those wonderful dates, times, filings, all the good math. Also notating that they were embroiled in the wedding that wasn't.
I'm gonna ask if everybody else can still see the stream because my entire computer just froze.
Give it a few seconds.
There is a delay, so let me.
Yeah. All right.
Right now, everything's good.
Everything seems good. Good.
Let's see.
Oh no,
My
nope,
picture's
thing's
frozen.
Nope, everything's
Yep,
frozen.
everything's
Yeah,
frozen.
everything froze.
Give me 2
I can-
seconds, guys. I'm gonna reset
All right.
Zoom. Sorry about this, friends. We're gonna go to
No,
starting
no.
soon, and we'll be back in a second. Hopefully.
Audio worked fine, just for you.